So hello, love. So today I'm going to present a guided meditation to you, but I'm first going to describe to you a little bit of what it is so you kind of know what to expect before we go into it. A lot of you are really comfortable with the chakra system and doing chakra clearings, but some of you may not be. And to understand what chakras are the subtle energies in our body, and they are different levels of our body, and the standard number for that of what we've known for a long time are 7 chakras, but there's actually more than 100 chakras in our body, which are subtle energies that control or have the connection with different aspects of our physical nature, our emotional nature, and our spiritual nature and such. So they are quite astounding, and I've worked with the chakra system for, I don't know, about 20 years now, and I'm just going to do a meditation with you that I do almost every day. And if I don't do this meditation, I do something else. And the whole idea is so that I can bring myself back to center. I can bring myself back to a place of being fully grounded in what it is that I do in my every single day as to how I go about my day. I have an awful lot of people. I've been a life coach, I should just say. I've been a life coach for 17 years and a transformational life coach. And I get a lot of people that contact me that either they get my card or they will contact me through Facebook or whatever. And I develop friendships with them, and they tell me their story. Some of them say, I trust you. I just kind of trust you with my secrets. And they tell me what's going on with them. And so as a life coach, I work with people and I support them in helping them understand their own magnificence, to understand just how amazing we all are, because we really truly are. And when we really tap into those subtle energies within us in this way, it can really help you to ground who it is you are in life, and then whatever is going on in your life, you're more empowered. You're more of your sovereign self, and where you have a greater sense of your own inner power. And you're also able to be in a mindset in which you don't attract to you people that are not healthy for you. So it's all about staying centered and staying grounded. And I have conversations with people about this a lot. This is a primary aspect of my work, of what I teach and what I write about in my books. But the thing is it's really simple, and sometimes the simplest things are seemingly the most difficult because we think it needs to be harder than it is. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to explain to you this simple chakra meditation, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it with you. So it's to ground all the different chakras in your system, and it's a certain color system, which is easy to remember. And I'm going to do it. When I do it, I think of the colors as gemstones, because I used to make jewelry for a living, and I love rocks and gems and things like that. And so I do it in the terms of gemstones. And so that's the way we're going to do this. And it's really very simple. So just, it starts with breathing, and we're going to breathe 3 times. I'll take you through the chakra system. You're going to surround yourself in a kind of a circle or even a globe of energy, which is coming from your heart, and it becomes your own circle of sovereignty, your own sense of strength and well-being, and your sovereign strength of who you are, where you gather your courage, where you come from the highest sense of who you are, and where you're able to connect with people and commune with people in ways that will astound you when you get used to doing this, okay? And so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So if you'll just breathe in with me, and if you would like to close your eyes or soften your gaze, I'll invite you to do that. And so you just breathe in through your nose 1 time and breathe out through your mouth. And what you're doing is you're creating a circle around you. Every time you breathe out, it enlivens your circle. So imagine a circle around you that's about 18 inches or 2 feet around you. You can make as big as you want, but it's kind of your sacred sanctuary. And so you breathe in again and breathe out. And then I invite you to put your hand on your heart, because this is where this energy comes from. And so you breathe in again and breathe out. And this heartfelt energy that you have, which is the greatest strength of who you are, this love within you, then fills this entire sanctuary, this rounded place of which you have this wonderful place of which you are grounded in your own energy. It's a place of safety. It's a place of courage. It's a place of empowerment. And it's an invisible energy. You can imagine the outside of this energy looking like, I see it as kind of a mirrored surface in the colors of the heart, which are in pinks and gray, pinks and kind of golden colors and green colors. And so that when someone looks at me, they see a reflection of themselves from the heart. That's how I see the exterior of this globe that's around me, okay? So this is an incredible guided meditation in which we start with understanding as we stand here, there are silver roots that extend from our legs clear down into the center of the earth herself. And it's like a root system that grows underneath the soil and into the earth herself and it blends with all the other sacred grounded systems as well, those of other humans, of the animal kingdom, of the plant kingdom, and it is all intertwined just in the way that trees, root systems work together, and how we all are connected in this way as well. And we're all connected in the earth and with Mother Earth herself. And so as we're standing here, we go to the base chakra, which is just at the very base of your body, right at the very base of your body. And it's the color red. And these are your primal instincts. These are the aspects of yourself that are kind of grounded energies that are primal and ancient, and they go back, 250,000 years into the origins of our humanity. And these are kind of what we're based in, okay? And that's the color red, and I see it as a ruby. And so if you would like to see it as like a ruby, you can see it as it begins to spiral, and it's turning and turning, and this ruby becomes bright red, and you see the color of the ruby reflecting light, the golden light of who you are, and it continues to brighten. And as it spirals up, it goes up to your center, which is orange, and that is your creative chakra. And that is the sexual energies, your creative energies. It's when you're an artist and you're a writer and you're really tapping into those creative energies, it comes from that place. And the creative aspects of yourself, your sexual energies, procreation comes from this part of your body as well. That's the color orange. So just feel that deeply and see it brighten up until it becomes so bright. It's like this clear, bright orange reflection, like a orange garnet. And when it becomes so bright and so clear and it sparkles, then you move up to the next chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is just below the belly button. And that's the color yellow. Think of the sun like the solar. You can think of it as a golden citrine, and how it becomes really bright and really shines, and when it reflects and it continues in this upward spiral as the others below it are continuing to spiral and continuing to shine because they support each other. And you move up into the heart chakra, which is right here, of course, at your heart. And if you'd like, you can put your hand on your heart. And this color is green, and some people see it in pink as well. And also I see it as a golden tone as well, so a golden green or golden pink, and it is radiant. And this is the part of you that connects. It's halfway between the seventh chakra up here and the lower chakras below. So this is what holds it all together, and this is at the heart energy of where you connect with the world around you. And so this is bright green. It could be in an emerald, and see it sparkling brightly as it continues to churn and the energies below it, and it moves up to above to an area right here, which some call it it's where the thymus is located, and it's the higher heart, and it's in the color of kind of a aquamarine or a turquoise color. We're going to move up into the throat chakra, which is the next chakra, which we're working with, which is the color blue. And we can go into this chakra, and this is the chakra that empowers us to speak, to communicate well. You do your writing from this place. So if you're a writer, if you're a poet, it helps to create the words that you're needing to convey and communicate to the people of which you're serving, to your readers, to those who are following you, to those that you're speaking to. And when you have a time where you're needing to communicate with someone, well, you put your concentration on this and see the color blue. And I would invite you to look at it as a blue, sapphire blue, and see it shining brightly, as if this golden light shining on the facets of that color, of that stone, of the sapphire, until it's so bright. And it continues to churn and turn as all the others below it, until you come to the third eye right here. And that's just above your eyebrows right here. And it is actually part of the pituitary gland right there. And it is it's where your intuition is at its highest, and where that still small voice speaks to you. And it's that sense of the divine or that higher self coming through you, speaking to you in this way, of where you have this intuition or insights or inspiration that come to you, and it comes right here. And so then the seventh chakra is actually right here on the top of your head, and that's the crown chakra. And that's in the color white. And I would say, let me go back to this chakra right here. This is amethyst, it's purple. So see it as an amethyst and shining brightly. And when it shines brightly and it's sparkling, then you go to the top where your crown chakra is. And many people see the crown chakra as a 1,000-petaled lotus that opens up like this. And so this white lotus opens up in the top. And I always see myself coming out of that in some kind of form of like a white, my sacred goddess self, or whatever that might be, and I'm shining bright, and I might be dancing, or I might be singing, which I don't really sing well, but when I'm in that place, boy, I do. But you see yourself coming out of that lotus, just rising out into this glorious sense of yourself, all in pure white. And then there are chakras above you that are not of the physical nature of who you are. And those are of all of the energies above you, the angelic realm, or the realm of your highest self, or the realm of the grand overall design, whatever you choose to call it. There are energies that are way above us that come down through you. And I would just invite you to see yourself as a crown standing clearly, and you're standing tall, holding your head high, and a crown, a golden crown, is placed on your head with diamonds all around it, shining diamond light all around you, to everything around you, and down through your body, down into the greatest sense of who you are. And you are as also shining that light into Mother Earth herself, through everything and every aspect of yourself. Now breathe this in and just feel the glory of what this is. And another way you can do this, I always surround myself inside my circle, inside my sphere of which I am standing inside of, with water, with like an aquamarine water that's swirling around me. And it's warm. It's not hot. It's kind of the same as my body temperature, so it doesn't really feel too warm or too noticeable, but it's constantly moving, and in that it's polishing all the sharp edges away. Anything I'm needing to heal, anything I'm needing to forgive, anything that I'm maybe uncomfortable with, it just polishes that away, and it's constantly moving inside my circle, and I know it's always working for me and as me on behalf of everything I'm doing. And so as you breathe this in, you can take this type of energy with you everywhere you go. And as you get comfortable doing this meditation, you can create this and just think of it, and you're automatically there. You don't have to go through it every single time. Although I do go through the whole process with it when I do this almost every day. I'll do it in my meditation space, or I might do it when I'm in the shower. But I start my day with this meditation, and it starts me off afresh. It cleanses all my chakras, energies, and which are connected with different parts of my body and different aspects of my emotions and the sense of who I am. And then I can go about my day, starting it off in a much better way. It's a good way to end your day as well. And if you're sleeping and maybe you can't even sleep well at night and you're in bed, and think of this, and it creates a wonderful energy in which you come right back home to yourself, and then you can sleep more easily. So I just invite you to continue to use this, and just remember it's in the colors of red and orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white. And you can add that higher heart in there too, which is kind of an aquamarine green. So it can be kind of 8 chakras, but there's so many other chakras. And if you go up to the crown above you, wearing the crown, that's actually 9 levels of which you can go to. But it's exciting, and it's a good way of grounding yourself. And so when we are in community with other people, so oftentimes those of us who are sensitive souls. I'm one of those types of people. And you can have people come to you and want to use you or abuse you because you're a sensitive soul. And people that are considered to be energy vampires or people that are extremely charming, and sometimes they come in kind of they kind of come to you in a way of looking like a Trojan horse. They look like a gift, and they seem like they're really excited to be with you, but there's something hidden underneath there, and it's not really who they are. So when you do this type of chakra clearing and have this protective circle around you, then you're in a place of where you're of a greater power, greater empowerment, and a greater sovereignty within yourself. And so you are, this is just your universe, and then they know that they don't have the connection with you that they'd like to have. They can't get too close. And this is a way of keeping yourself connected. When you go out in public, do this when you're in a situation where maybe you're at a party and there's just so many people and it's a little overwhelming. Maybe you can step away and create this creative circle around yourself again, of where you're protected and guided, and you know that you're anchored in all your chakras and everything's aligned, and then you're in this place of where you're connected with your grand overall design and the higher self within you, and you can operate within the world by being completely centered, and then everything just kind of tends to operate around you, and you can just stay in this place of being the observer instead of getting caught up in the motion of it all. And so when people come to you and they want to take advantage of you, they cannot. You just keep this place within you, and you know about your day when you're at work or when you're making a decision. Maybe you're going to move to a different place, or you're going to continue to do something greater for yourself, or you're in service to someone else. Keep yourself in this place where you're very grounded and you really come back home to yourself. And this higher sense of what you're connecting to, call it whatever you connect with, whatever you call it. And then know that as you're operating within the world, you're right at the very center of that all the time. And it's a momentum of which you work within. Okay. So I always end this with a painting, as you know. And I'm doing a different kind of painting now. This is called neurographics. And I'm going to show you. This was just a paper version of the painting right there. And I started doing this about 6 weeks ago. And I started doing this. I'm going to give credit to the woman that I learned this from. Her name is Oksana, and the name of her company is called Mindful Line. And I learned this from her, and so I give her credit for this. But I've been a graphic designer, and I've been an artist since I can remember. And so I really tuned into it because I love color, looking with color and line and graphic shapes and kind of how you take, I've made mandalas for several years now, and now I'm going to try this in a different way. I'm going to create these, and I'm going to start teaching how to do this, because this is a form of kind of a form of healing work, and it's a form of taking art and putting it into a way where you connect with what you're putting on your page is actually what you're calling forth in your mind. So you're taking the mindful aspects of what's going on here and you're putting down on paper what a design might be, but you first start out with like a list of things that you're calling forth. So maybe you're looking for a new relationship, or maybe something, maybe you want to create a better relationship than you have. Maybe you're creating a greater level of abundance, or maybe you're working through something that you're needing to forgive someone or forgiving yourself for something that you did. So you do this work where you write down, you make a list of what that is that you're doing, and then you create art that goes with it. And it's really exciting. And it's to mirror what's going on inside your brain, because we have this is called neurographics, but you have the neural lines in your mind of where whenever you're creating something new, there's new neural pathways that are created, and they look somewhat like this, okay? So there are different aspects that create and connect with each other, and in the ways that you do this work, it helps to keep you in mind with what it is you're doing at the time, what this process is, and you do this artwork, and so you're physically doing something to create something that's going on in your mind, in your thinking, and in your brain, and you're creating new neural pathways. And so I started doing this, like I said, about 6 weeks ago, and I've been doing it for quite some time, and it's pretty exciting how it works. It's real exciting. So I'm going to teach you how to do it on paper like this, because this takes about an hour, whereas I did this on this board where I pretty much did almost the same design on this board, but this took me about 10 days and working 3 to 5 hours a day to paint this thing. So this was just to kind of give you an example, a larger example of what it is that I'm doing, but it's super, super fun. But you do it with marker, you do it with colored pencil, crayons. This is a combination of a number of different things here, and this has paint in it as well. So it's really fun. So as I get this class together, this online workshop, I'll tell you more about it. It'll be simple, it'll be easy, it'll be fun, and it won't be too expensive either. So you can come and do more than one with me. And it's going to be a fun way to not only create, because a lot of people think, oh, I can't be an artist. I've never done anything artistic, and you'd be mightily surprised how artistic you really truly are. But also to take something like this in your mind and create with color and design to do something very exciting and very fun. So I'm excited to teach this to you and to show you different ways of going about this, and it's going to be really exciting. So I already have several people that are going to take the workshop with me, so we're ready to go here pretty soon. So I just want to just encourage you again. Keep yourself in this place of where this meditation that you do is actually a way of life. It's a way in which you can see yourself every day and envision yourself encircled in this incredibly lovely sphere of protection, a sphere of creativity, a sphere of courage, however you want to look at it. A sphere of sovereignty, knowing full well how very powerful you are as you stand grounded to the center of the earth and you stay in the momentum of life itself as it continues to move forward, and just how magnificent you are. So thanks for listening today, and as Grandma always said, love you bunches. Bye for now.